Welcome, everyone, to BCA Jam's Virtual Talent Show 3. My name is Koichi Mizushima, and I work for the Buddhist Churches of America Center for Buddhist Education, and I'm joined by my good friend...
Mike Inoue. Thanks, Koichi. I don't work for the BCA, but I go to some of the BCA temples. So I think that's what ties us together. And I look to Koichi for guidance as well as the other ministers throughout the system. We really appreciate them showing other aspects of their lives. And Koichi, I think this particular event is one that I'm excited for. I was with you for a previous event, and I just was amazed to see the talent of our young people. But this year, we've opened it up to a wider audience and a wider participation.
That's right, Mike. We wanted to open this up to share all of the talent throughout all of the BCA. And as you will see today, we've got a wonderful, wonderful set of submissions today. So I'm really excited. And you know, Mike, today is not only about sharing talent, today is also about fundraising. So if you want to click that donation link below, all of the funds that we raise for this BCA Jams event is going to go towards helping youth attend BCA youth activities. It's going to help them subsidize their travel costs. So that's another way that we're using this platform and this music to bring people together.
Oh, that's great, Koichi. And I know that we have the ability now that we've learned over the pandemic to use Zoom as a technology to bring us together. And that's what is a wonderful thing for today. We can get acts from all across the country. But the fact that when young people have an opportunity to meet and gather as well, there's something special about that energy that goes on there too. So I appreciate the fact that we have an opportunity to help them out. There's a link below, you said, right?
Yes, there is. There's going to be a link in the description. And you're exactly right, Mike. It's about bringing together the best of both worlds, the virtual, and we're moving back to in-person. So we've been so excited about that. So Mike, I'm really excited about today's show. Why don't you tell us what we're about to see next?
Okay, folks, we're going to kick this off the right way with some great energy, and it sort of embodies the spirit of today's event. Our first act, I apologize, I'm probably going to mispronounce his last name. And with the last name like Inoue, which has almost all the vowels, I'm constantly sort of telling people how to pronounce my name. So Tate, you clarify for me. You get me a message on how I should have pronounced your name. But this young man's name is I can believe it's Quipotle, right? Tate Quipotle. And he's going to be doing a performance for us. This young man is so relaxed in front of the camera. And with his musical stylings, he sort of takes and makes it his own. I'm pretty sure that even though I mispronounce his last name, we're going to know him by one name only. You know those famous artists like Madonna, Prince, Beyonce? Well, we're going to know him simply as Tate. And then following Tate's performance, well, we have another ukulele group. This is a group of them because they needed to unite to sort of match up, I think, the energy-wise. And this is a group from the Orange County Buddhist Church. OCBC brings to this a combination of ukulele strings and vocal cords for their ensemble. I think they might have another trick instrument in there too. You can listen carefully for it.
That was so wonderful, Mike. You are absolutely right about Tate. He is going to be a superstar. He's destined for that. And I always love watching the OCBC jammers perform with their wonderful island spirit. They're so great to watch.
I think I could have contributed there if they would have just let me hold that train whistle, though. I can do that much, I think. Hey, well, we're in the island spirit, Koichi. I think we should stay there. I like to be there. So let's continue with Linda Miyasaki. Now, she comes from Emanji Buddhist Temple. It's in Northern California, but she sort of, again, continues with the island of vibe. She's got her feet well planted, and she's not singing the vocals. She's letting her hands do the talking, as is the way the hula goes. And so I'm really excited for this portion.
And that's great. And after Linda, we're going to have this wonderful group from Sacramento called Mette Mele. I know a lot of these members from my temple. They are very, very entertaining. So let's take a look at their medley of songs after Linda.
Although there were times that I've let you down, you're loving me, loving me. Thank you for telling me to myself, be true, for making me want to be the best I can be.
If I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me in my heart to you. I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her.
If I trust in you, oh please don't run and hide. If I love you too, oh please don't hurt my pride like her. 'Cause I couldn't stand the pain, and I would be sad if I knew love was in vain. So I hope you'll see that I would love to love you if I fell in love with you. There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music and wonderful roses. They tell me in sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day. And I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I've been missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true.
All right. Now, you know what, Coach, that was amazing. And you were right. They did not disappoint. Mette, Mele. And as we mentioned, from Sacramento, that's your crew out there. So, my gosh, you, Mette, Mele, you guys don't disappoint as far as talent comes through.
Absolutely. And you know, Mike, they filmed that video at the ACC, the Asian Community Center. ACC did a lot of amazing video production over the pandemic, and that was filmed at their makeshift ACC studio. So Mette Mele always does a wonderful job there. And you know, coming up next, we have a really special young friend of mine. He's been a part of my youth programming over the years. His name is Preston Sasaki, and he's going to give his vocal rendition of a song from The Greatest Showman. You know, that movie that was out with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, with Wolverine. Yeah, I know that one. That's awesome. Wolverine and the guy from that High School Musical. Very cool. Now, moving along from that solo performance, we're going to have a group performance, but the leader of this group, as folks will probably recognize, it's Shirley Muramoto. She's very famous around the states, around the country. She's played her Koto, and she's passed it along now. And I've gotten the pleasure of meeting some of her up-and-coming teachers as well, who have formed quite a coalition there. And so you'll see this multi-instrument, multi-person ensemble piece that comes up from Shirley Muramoto following Preston.
Right here, right now, I put the offer out. I don't wanna chase you down, but I know you see it. You run with me, and I can cut you free out of the drudgery, the walls you keep in. So trade that typical for something colorful. And if it's crazy, live a little crazy. You can play it sensible, a king of conventional, or you can risk it all and see. Don't you wanna get away from the same old part you gotta play? Cause I got what you need, so come with me and take a ride. It'll take you to the other side, cause you can do like you do, or you can do like me. Stay in the cage, or you'll finally take the key. Oh, dang, suddenly you're free to fly. It'll take you to the other side. Okay, my friend, you wanna cut me in? Well, I hate to tell you, but it just won't happen. So thanks, but no, I think I'm good to go. I quite enjoy the life you say I'm trapped in. Now I admire you, and that whole show you do. You're onto something, really it's something. But I'll live among the swells, we don't pick up peanut shells. I'll have to leave that up to you. Don't you know that I'm okay with this uptown part I get to play? Cause I got what I need and I don't wanna take a ride. I don't need to see the other side, so go and do like you do. I'm going to do like me. Ain't in a cage, so I don't need to take the key. Oh, dang, can't you see I'm doing fine? I don't need to see the other side. It's really how you'd like to spend your days. Whiskey, misery, and parties and plays. If I were mixed up with you, I'd be the talk of the town. Disgraced and disowned, another one of the clowns. But you would finally live a little, finally laugh a little. Just let me give you the freedom to dream, and it'll wake you up, cure your breaking, take your walls and start unbreaking. Now that's a deal that seems worth taking, but I guess I'll leave that up to you. Well, it's intriguing, but to go would cost me greatly. So what percentage of the show would I be taking? Well, fair enough, you'd want a piece of all the action. I'll give you 7, we can shake and make it happen. I wasn't born this morning, 18 would be just fine. Why not just go ahead and ask for nickels on the dime? 15, I do wait, 12, maybe 9, 10. Don't you wanna get away to a whole new part you gotta play? Cause I got what you need, so come with me and take a ride. It'll take you to the other side. So if you do like I do, so if you do like me, forget the cage, cause we know how to make the key. Oh, dang, suddenly you're free to fly. It'll take you to the other side. So if you do like I, to the other side. Or if you do like me, to the other side. To the other side. We're going to the other side.
is ensemble piece, right? So many people involved, all working together under the guidance of Shirley Muramoto. I do have to call out that Shirley and some of the others in that video there, they're all from the Oakland Buddhist Temple, and they're having actually friends join them from outside the temple community. What a way to work together.
You know, and speaking of outside of our temple community, the Bandura player as well was a performer from the Ukrainian community who performed at one of Sacramento's Ukrainian benefit concerts. We held this wonderful Ukrainian benefit concert last year, and the Bandura player Ola was kind enough to join us as well. So it's such a beautiful thing to see her collaborating with so many members in so many different communities. Coming up next, we have another special friend of ours. This is Heather Koike, and she's a wonderful friend of my daughter's from musical theater. She's involved in the Girl Scout troop as well at Sacramento, so we're going to hear her sing as well.
Well, if you're going to put a representative from Sacramento, then I think we should throw someone in from Mountain View, a very highly regarded young man, a pianist from Mountain View Buddhist Temple. For those who know the temple, you may recognize the last name Mukojima. That's because that is our resident minister and our resident keyboardist. Yes, his name is Oji Mukojima. Will be after that.
Once was a little boy who loved that swing set. He had a licorice twist from the store in town and two knobby skinned up knees. And while his sister pinned the laundry, the little boy would cry out loud, "Push me higher, push me higher, push me pretty please." The girl would push a couple times, but there was laundry still to do. Then she watched amazed as suddenly he pulled his own way through to swing higher, higher than she dared, higher. He flew so high like
That was great.
That was
awesome.
indeed. You're so lucky to have such a talented ministerial family over there at Mountain View Buddhist Temple.
We are. But for those who were wondering, that was not a gatha. I believe that was from Attack on Titan, which is a very popular animated series that a number of young people, including my young people, have watched and watched again. So well done, Oji. You will be the next composer, I think. John Williams is retiring. Maybe Oji will take over for movie scores.
That is so great. That is so great.
We will look forward to someone who's been doing music for a little bit longer than Oji, I think, Koichi. We're going to go to Gordon Ah-Tye. He's from Fresno. He's a musician who you've probably seen around town if you are living in the Fresno area. And I know that my family actually was exposed to his music at the latest YBA conference over there in Fresno as well. It was a treat.
You bet. We were all at that conference as well. And Gordon's always so wonderful. And coming up after Gordon, we have another minister. We have Reverend Yuki Sugahara, who's currently serving at the Portland Buddhist Temple and visiting Sacramento part-time and helping us out here as well with a very, very beautiful Tai Chi exhibition. So let's check that out next.
Before life removed all the innocence, my father would lift me high and dance with my mother and me and spin me round till I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with you, I'd play a song that would never end. Oh, I'd love, 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 love to dance with my father again. But I and my mother would disagree. To get my way, I would run from her to him. He'd make me laugh just to comfort me, then finally make me do just what my mama said. Later that night when I fell asleep, he left $1 underneath my sheet. Never dreamed that he would be gone from me. If I could steal one final glance, one final step, one dance with my father then, I'd play a song that would never end. 'Cause I love, 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 love to dance with my father again. Every night I fall asleep, this is what I'll always dream.
All right, that was so nice. I always love listening to Gordon perform. I mean, he has such a beautiful voice. He's so relaxing and fun to watch.
He's our Luther Vandross, I think.
You bet. Absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of relaxing, I mean, what's more relaxing than watching that Tai Chi? I mean, that form is just amazing and beautiful. Sugahara Sensei apparently has also been practicing Kung Fu for these recent years as well. So he has really been expanding his interests and his hobbies, and it's just a pleasure to watch him perform those Tai Chi exercises.
Koichi, I think you mentioned at one point that your mom also takes Tai Chi. Does she learn from Sugahara Sensei?
Yes, yes. So when he does come to Sacramento and does his morning classes, my mom likes to attend as often as she's able to get out there. So real enjoyment for her as well.
Well, you better watch out then, because one day you're going to do something, your mom's not going to like it, and you're going to learn that she also knows Kung Fu. So watch out.
And that happens now already, Mike. So, you know, what are you going to do?
Outstanding. Well, you know, we all have hidden talents, some not so hidden. If we've known people for years, as you have your mother, or as we have known Reverend Bridge. Harry Bridge Sensei from the Oakland Buddhist Church is a man of many talents. We know he's a wonderful minister, gives great Dharma talks. And we also have been treated to some of his musicality at conferences, throughout the BCA. Most recently, he's exhibited his musical talents with his bass in front of a live audience in collaboration with some of the other ministers. So, I mean, it's just a treat. So I can't wait to see what Reverend Harry Bridge has in store for us for his next piece.
And after Reverend Bridge, we have another special friend of ours, Alexi Ishida. She'll be doing a vocal performance. This is coming from her show. She's been performing in a show in the New Jersey area. She's been rehearsing all January, and I believe the show is released this month. So they've been performing live. So we're going to get to see a snippet from her show as well.
We're all so sure. We're all so wise. No limits, no boundaries, no compromise. Laughing at our neighbor, smiling through a hiss. How did we come to this? We're all amused, we're all inspired, so cunning, so clever, and so admired. Easy to be angry, easy to dismiss. How did we come to this? Maybe I've been living in a daydream. Maybe I've been talking in my sleep. If I've been awake, pardon my mistake. But time is running low and talk is growing cheap. We play our games. We place our bets. No witness, no weakness, and no regret. Filling up with frenzy, killing with a kiss. How did we all come to this? Time goes by, plans grow stale, people die, and parties fail. How did we come to this?
Oh, those are so great. Those are so great. I always love watching Alexi perform. She's done performances at our temple. She actually sang most recently with my daughter at this year's New Year's Eve service because Alexi was actually in town, as was my daughter, and they sang at our New Year's Eve service, and they were able to perform live at the temple. So what a treat.
Yeah, maybe we got to go over there for New Year's, even though we love the Toshikoshi Soba over in Mountain View. Reverend Bridge, speaking of the local temples, right? I saw Reverend Bridge, where I saw him collaborate was with Miyagi Sensei over at SACBC, right, in Union City. And they did a combination. Let's see, Miyagi Sensei was actually DJing live, which is a previous life of his, current life as well now. And he played along with Bridge Sensei on the bass. It was an amazing collaboration. And I hope that you and the other folks in the ministerial circles will continue to bring that to the plate, because I think that it's really a valuable thing for the kids to see you guys as in a different light, Koichi.
I couldn't agree with you more. We love seeing our talented ministers share not only the Dharma, but share their musicality, and they tie it all together, which is what makes it so much more engaging and just relatable. And they do a great job at that.
Relatable exactly is the word that we're talking about. People who are real people, everyday people who are learned in the Dharma and sharing the Dharma with us, but they do have a real perspective, just like all of us. And they have their own way of delivering it. Speaking of that delivery, I do love the delivery of this next gentleman. We're having Bill Rhyne coming to us from Imanji Temple in Sebastopol. That's farther north in California than I am right now in the San Francisco Bay Area. And so Bill comes to us with a more, I think, if you are feeling the vibe of some more of the more liberal times here in California, you're going to love his hat, his ukulele, and his vibe that he brings to us.
And after Bill, we have somebody very familiar to me because he's my dad. So next up after Bill will be Henry Mizushima and a good friend of his, Rei Yamamoto. And I'll tell you more about Rei when we come back.
Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been away so long. Somebody holds key, and I'm near the end, and I just ain't got the time, and I'm wasted, and I can't find my way home. Come down off your throne and leave your money alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting so long. Somebody holds key, and I'm near the end, and I just ain't got the time, and I'm wasted, and I can't find my way home. And I'm near the end, and I just ain't got the time, and I'm wasted, and I can't find my way home, and I can't find my way home, and I can't find my way home, and I ain't done nothing wrong, and I can't find my way home.
あなたと旅した夏の終わりのおいらせを思い出訪ねて一人歩いています川の流れは決してとどまることはなく時の流れと似てる気がします愛だけじゃ明日が見えないあの日あなたは言いました愛だけじゃどうしてダメなのか僕はあなたを抱きしめるしかできなくてあなたと旅したたった2日の思い出が 今でも眩しい僕の初恋でした。川の水面にそっと舞い散る花びらは恋の終わりと似てる気がします。私などすぐに忘れて泣いてあなたは言いました。傷ついたあの日の僕だけど今はあなたの今はあなたの優しさの意味わかります。愛だけじゃ明日が見えない。あの日あなたは言いました。愛だけじゃどうしてダメなのか。僕はあなたを抱きしめるしかできなくて。
All right, that was great. Mike, you can see where I got my interest in music from, right? It came clearly from Dad, right?
Your talent as well. My gosh, you and your dad both. That was amazing. And then your dad with Ray, the voices, it sounded like they've been singing together for years.
So I'm glad you brought up Ray, because Ray is actually quite the famous sushi chef in the Sacramento area. Currently, he works out of Oto's market. Oto's is our Sacramento Japanese local market, right? It's the market that everybody goes to in Sacramento, and Ray runs the sushi station out of there. So to see Ray perform like this may be a very special treat for a lot of people. So I thought that was really wonderful.
Well, they could do some kind of deal there where they get songs and sushi, or he's the singing sushi man. Maybe your dad could be a regular over there.
That could be awesome.
You know what? Let's also talk about Bill. Let's give him a shout out. He brought his own vibe. I really appreciated that because he kind of brings a little bit of a mellow and a relaxed tone. The ukulele blended perfectly with his voice, and I just really appreciated the tone set. And of course, the set dressings there with the tropical flavor as well really lended to that. So thank you, Bill, as well. Now we're going to take you from sort of a tropical feel from Bill and the group feel from your dad and Ray, and we're going to unite them. We'll go down to what I understand might be sunny LA, and we'll hear what's going on from Abasonics from the LA Betsuin.
And followed by that, we have another special treat. Merv Maruyama will be performing a song that I'm sure all of you know. So let's take a look out for that as well.
When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof, it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below don't bother me. Let me tell you now, when I come home feeling tired and beat, I go up where the air is fresh and sweet. Up on the roof, I get far away from the hustling crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. Up on the roof, on the roof's the only place I know where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the roof. At night the stars put on a show for free, and darling, you can share it all with me. I keep on telling you, right smack dab in the middle of town, I found a paradise that's trouble-proof. On the roof. And if this world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two. Up on the roof, up on the roof, I'm telling you, baby, I'm telling you, honey, up on the roof, up on the roof.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Merv Maruyama was part of the ensemble, the Grateful Crane Ensemble. And I'm sure many of you have heard them perform throughout the nation. Most recently, they just performed this wonderful tribute concert to the works of Misora Hibari. And it was this wonderful concert sponsored by some very generous donors in the Sacramento area. And they opened this concert up free. They rented this whole hall and they wanted to dedicate it to the seniors in the community. And it was just a really, really beautiful event.
Oh, that's wonderful. Helping people outreach. And as we come out of pandemic and come together, it's a great thing to see them helping out others. Talking about coming together, it was the Abasonics, the ensemble there. Koichi, I said it was sunny LA, but clearly I was wrong. They started out with that rain, but you know what? I'm the traffic guy on NBC Bay Area, so I don't have to know the weather. I just listen to the weather right before me, right? So don't blame me. Abasonics did a great job, though. I really love what they've done to that basement.
That's right, the basement, right? And, they have a big group, and people, that are solo performers, they don't want to come second fiddle to a large group. So this next performer, Chad Okawa, he may just be one person, but let me tell you, the way he puts his videos together, he makes himself multiply, and he can create an ensemble with just him. So you're going to watch his Taiko performance coming up next.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I can't wait for that. But then you do have to wait after Chad because we have another, well, it's a smaller ensemble, a duet, I guess, a duo of musicians. Kevin Village Stone is the one we're focusing on. Kevin Village Stone Iwamura will be performing. He's from the Emanji Buddhist Temple, and he actually has a performance that I found very, very familiar as well. Say bye for that.
Thank you.
All right, that was cool now, right? Great job. Koichi, I mentioned that I find where his performance was, Kevin was on a set very familiar to me because he was on the set of Asian Pacific America. The host there was Robert Honda, and the station that broadcasts that is NBC Bay Area. That's my station where I report traffic every morning. So there we go. It was the home team represented. Kevin was with his accompanist. I don't know what are you supposed to say? The person playing guitar with him.
I understood you, so that's fine.
Okay, that's good enough. So they were there at NBC Bay Area, and I'm happy they were there representing more of our community and maybe another opportunity for some of these young, talented artists to appear someday on our TV show as well.
That's really cool to get that kind of exposure too. I think that's awesome. And again, just shout out to Chad for his amazing editing skills. I mean, it takes a tremendous amount of time to edit that much video together and to get the timing right and to get the choreography. So hats off to Chad from, where is he from again, Mike? Aiea, right?
Aiea Honganji.
Aiea Honganji Mission. So we have submissions from Hawaii and all over. So this is just great. Makes me so excited. Next up, we have another friend of ours too. You may have seen her in her ensemble group as well. She's part of this group called the Cherry Blossoms, and they've performed all throughout the BCA. They do a lovely, lovely job. But tonight, she just submitted a solo performance. She was kind enough to come over, and I was able to film her in my garage and I tried to do my best to put a little background and showcase her ability. So we got Lisa coming up next.
That's great. An ensemble artist going solo with the aid of a wonderful producer. You must be to her like Harry Styles' manager is to him. I'm not sure. I'm familiar with the business.
Quincy Jones, whatever, whatever you want to say, Mike. It's all good. Yep.
Exactly. We're talking about that, your empire, Koichi, but also we're talking about artists going from a group to a solo setting. And that's what we have in this particular case as well. He hasn't left the group, but he's performing for us solo for this next performance. Mr. Gary Yee from the Buddhist Church of Sacramento, you know him, and we all know him because we saw him perform earlier with Mette Mele, and now he's going to be doing a piece on his own.
Something always brings me back to you. It never takes too long. No matter what I say or do,
Oh, that was so great. I really do love Gary's voice. I love his deep voice and his soothing. And in this submission in particular was an original song that was written by him, and he had Jane in the background. You notice her playing that bass ukulele in the back. That really added a lot to their duo. And I just really loved that song and that performance as well.
That was outstanding. I saw, and I was like, is that a real background? Is she really there, or is it one of those Zoom backgrounds? Because you never know. The backgrounds that you see aren't always there, right? She was backing him up. Exactly. Nicely done over there by Gary and James said. We also had Lisa, and Lisa performed Gravity. I knew that was coming up, Koichi, but I got to be honest. While I was listening to your intro, I was sitting there going, oh yeah, I love that musical. And it wasn't that's defying gravity. So I had to get reoriented. Yeah. And then
wrong gravity,
and
Mike. Wrong gravity. This
wrong
is
gravity.
Sarah Bareilles.
Not a physicist. So.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's move forward. Let's move past my mistake and we'll get some forgiveness. And we'll move forward with another mistake that people might make. That was mistaking this next artist who we're going to see. We saw Sugahara sensei earlier, and he was doing Tai Chi for us. And it was a wonderful exercise, a wonderful demonstration of that skill and that martial art. He's back, but he's not wearing the same thing by any means. And the vibe is totally different. So yeah, we're going to let folks try to figure out what I mean. It's subtle, but there's a change with Reverend Sugahara who's coming up.
All right, I can't wait to check that out. And following Reverend Sugahara Sensei, we have another BCA Jams alumnus. I believe Taryn Tsuji has performed in all of the BCA Jams leading up to this one. She has a perfect record. And again, she'll be treating us to her beautiful piano playing. When we first debuted her back 2 years ago, I believe she was only 12 years old, and she's only 15 years old right now. And you'll see for yourself, Mike. You got to check out her piano playing.
standing ovation. We're both standing anyway, but my gosh, if we weren't standing, we'd be standing up. My gosh. Taryn. Okay, so Koichi, you mentioned how Taryn got her start. She was only 12. Now she's only 15, and she's only doing that on the grand piano. I cannot imagine. That's got to be a love for the music as it flows through you. That can't be. I think we talked about that. That can't just be because your mom and dad make you practice for 20 minutes a day. This is a love for that. We loved hearing that. That was amazing, Taryn. Well done. Look forward to what your late teens bring you. Oh my goodness.
I know you say late teens, Mike. You're so right. I can't even believe it. Just an amazing talent, and we thank her for participating in all of our BCJ jams up to this year, BCA Jams 3. You know, I gotta also give another shout out to Reverend Sugahara because I'm sure in that video he was unrecognizable. He was shredding, wasn't he, Mike?
Absolutely. We're gonna call him Slash Sensei. How about that?
Yes, Slash Sugahara.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, just playing all those hard rock classics. I mean, anyway, he is just shredding. And you know, oftentimes when we are at Sunday service, we are treated to some of his bass and his guitar wonderful talent. So another reason to come to Sunday service, everybody. Keep a lookout for that.
Oh my gosh.
You know, Mike, we have actually arrived at the end of our amazing show for today. Can you believe it?
I cannot. Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't
that's
so.
Not good grammar.
So we have this wonderful finale artist today. And as I mentioned before, earlier in the show, we had Lisa, who is a part of the Cherry Blossoms Ensemble. This next person, Miko Shudo, is another member of that ensemble as well. So we've been treated to their wonderful talent. And Miko is going to be performing an original song for us to wrap up our show today. So you know what? I can't wait. Let's just take a listen to it now.
And the hurt just seems so just like mine from ear to ear. If you open your eyes, you see your hands are also mine. You know that I'm by your side. You know that I'm by your side.
I feel badly for speaking right now, Koichi, because that song, the Miko's voice, and I would venture a guess that Miko also was the artist playing the ukulele. That's just, it was an amazing piece. It really moved me. I'm glad you picked that for the last piece. Miko is from giving us this music from Pasadena. It's in Southern California, the place where I hope Miko's getting a lot of opportunity, because that piece of music deserves to be heard. I think actually, as soon as I heard Miko's voice on this solo track, I played it for my wife. Thank you for giving me the preview, Koichi. And she immediately went out. We found Miko Shudo on Spotify. So we're already listening and getting those hits up. So let's support our artists. This is definitely another one that we want to support. You said, Koichi, that this song, aside from having a personal connection of loss, comes from some Buddhist teachings as well?
Yes, when Miko submitted this video for this year's show, she wrote that this is actually an original song written by her, and she said that it was inspired on Thich Nhat Hanh's teachings, which talked about no birth and no death, and the title is Always With You. And like you said, Mike, what a beautiful sentiment. No matter what type of hardship and loss you may experience, that you will experience in your life, you will always know that that person, that memory will always be with you. So beautiful lyrics, beautiful sentiment. Miko, thank you so much for wrapping up our show with that beautiful piece. And so, Mike, we're here. We're at the end of the show.
Exactly. Koichi, you said the sentiment of that song is "I will always be with you," and you know what? As long as you call me as best I can, I will be with you as well. Because this has been a wonderful experience once again to see the talent spread throughout the BCA. I was again impressed.
Thank you so much. So not only thank you for joining me, but Mike, we want to thank all of the amazing, talented participants for submitting their talent, taking the time to make their video. And we really, really appreciate, not only you and I appreciate it, but all the viewers out there really appreciate them sharing their talent.
Absolutely. From Tate in the beginning, kicking us off with Ukulele on the Couch, to Miko at the end, kicking us off with Words to Remember, taking us right back to the purpose of spreading the Dharma. That was a great full circle. Well done there, Koichi.
So, Mike, the reason I love this show so much is that music is something that is truly universal. Whether you speak the language, whether you are from a different culture or a different place, it doesn't matter, because music is the one thing that is so universal. It touches us all. It resonates with us all. It connects us all. And this is really what Buddhism and the Buddhist churches of America is all about. It's about really displaying the interconnectivity of all people, no matter where you are. So that's why this particular event is such a important one to me. And it really makes us not only happy, but it shows us how important it is that we are all together.
Thanks for making that happen, Koichi.
So anyway, all of you at home, thank you for watching. Thank you very much. Make sure you look out for BCA Jams 4 next year, about this time of year, and share the link, and please encourage everyone else at home to share their talents. Once again, I'm Koichi Mizushima.
I'm Mike Inoue for Koichi and the BCA.
Thank you very much. See you next year at BCA Jams 4. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody.